A long awaited guide is finally here, everyone, and it's about dang time. But why have I seemingly avoided the evil Santa of the Constant? That's a good question. And the answer is simply this: Beardo, be lazy. You see, I can give all the information needed, but there's another component that comes with this loot-stealing son of a gun, which may or may not need a guide of its own, so truly, that was the holdup. Whether or not I make one video or two. But enough talk, folks. Let's talk Krampus. However, ain't no one even getting a visit from the guy by being a good boy or girl. We have to get naughty. The tables you see before you depict the numerous non-hostile creatures of the Constant and its many dimensions, and how murdering them in cold blood will impact your naughtiness meter. You might be thinking that some of these are most certainly hostile, Beard, so perhaps I should better label them as innocent creatures of the world. Tallbirds, bunnymen, swordfish, and the like are all fine with ya until you get too close or are carrying something that they don't fancy. Therefore, they are considered non-hostile creatures at their base, so that's why they're on this. But what exactly is this naughtiness meter? Well, it's actually a hidden mechanic in the game that can sit anywhere between 0 to 50, depending of course on your murder habits. For example, I'm slaughtering crows for my pleasure, and with each one dead, my meter rises by 1 point. But if I were to stop after a while, I'd actually lose points in the background of it all. Every eighth of a day, or about a minute or so, without a kill on an innocent mob means 1 point dropped. And this comes out to be about 8 naughtiness points per day if you don't happen to keep them murder juices flowing. Also, you must know, folks, you have to be the one to kill these mobs. Another mob can't do it, or the environment can't do it, meaning fires and teeth traps and such. Innocent mobs dying to those type things do not count towards your naughtiness. But commit to committing genocide, and eventually the man of the hour will appear after many warning hisses. Krampus has a good chunk of health, runs quickly, and packs a meaty punch that should absolutely be noted, as he can easily kick your face in if not prepared. He is also not a fan of folks approaching him to tell him what they want for Christmas, so he will skedaddle there. But his true purpose for being there is to steal all your stuff. He'll pick up most anything lying on the ground, from simple twigs to very expensive loots, and he'll even swoop up entire backpacks with the content still in it if he wishes. Once he's satisfied that he's ruined your holiday, he'll jump on into his sack and be gone. Forever, mind you, taking all of what he grabbed with him, so bye-bye loot. Yup. He can be quite the annoying SOB as you imagined, but I have found that it's usually only 3 items then dip for the guy. And you must be careful though. If there's nothing on the ground for them to nab, they will still target your chest instead, so nothing is safe. But we can use his proclivity to burglary against him. With his eyes set on a prize that maybe you placed as bait, you can give him a smack once he begins to snatch it up, and then he'll forego his loot-stealing ways in exchange for a few kicks to your noggin. But with some armor and a decent weapon, we will have killed Santa, but saved Christmas. Krampus drops whatever loot he's taken, a piece of monster meat, 2 charcoal, and maybe, just maybe, what is known as a Krampus Sack. And when I say maybe, I mean like not at all. For you see, there's but a 1% chance for it to drop from each Kramp I killed. And those are not great odds, kid. That being said, what is this Krampus Sack, and what the heck makes it so darn elusive? Well, it's a backpack with 14 total inventory slots, and one that cannot be set on fire. So you can trust that your items are now safe and sound in the newfound abundance. Sure, the Krampus Sack is certainly an item to chase after. However, I implore you to check out the piggyback in the meantime. It is easy to craft, available without any hidden mechanics or just reliance on slim chances, has 12 inventory slots, and only slows you down by 10% overall, which is simply negated by a walking cane. So I say, use the butts of pigs before you go hunting down Saint Nick, especially cause the piggyback is also flame resistant. So it's essentially a Krampus sack, to be honest with you. Plenty of things to note. Krampus will not steal Chester's eye bone, Woody's pal Lucy, the divining rod, or any of the quote-unquote things of Don't Starve. That is, of course, unless these happen to be in a backpack, so be very, very careful, because if they are, and he snatches it, you could very well lose some of these items forever. A simple strategy for a guaranteed spawn comes from murdering Glommer. A Glommer kill equals 50 naughtiness points immediately, and we can combine this with a nighttime spawn to not only get the guy showing up without question, but also just spawn him in a state of snooze. We can find him then and turn his dreams into nightmares, netting us a very, very easy kill. Plan accordingly, and you'll have another Glommer ready to die come the full moon for even more Cramp Eye potential back to back. It's very nice, and it's highly advised to plan your Glommer kills like this. Choose your murder times wisely, and you can thankfully benefit again as a full moon night also sees Krampus dreaming sweet dreams. So, go get your murder on. To build on this, killing Glommer near pigs or bunnymen even could also work to ease some stress, as both mobs treat Krampus as a monster. So spawn him near them, and you may have to do nothing more beyond slitting the throat of an adorable little critter. So good on you, friend. As far as spawning mechanics go, but one Krampus will spawn from days 1 to 50, 2 to 3 can spawn from days 50 to 99, and 3 to 4 from day 100 onward. Numbers will vary, and the game just sometimes throws however many it wants at you, but be careful about spawning too many, and that's kind of the point here. Because if you do so in uncontrolled locations or scenarios, they may just be too overwhelming and get away with things that you don't want them to get away with. A ranged weapon is your best friend when it comes to drawing his aggro. Sure, you can chase him down, no fault there. And yeah, you can bait him into a kill zone if you want. But if you bonk him on the head, you can get his attention far faster and make your life way easier at the end of the day. And finally, we can actually encounter Cramp Eye within the Claws boss fight come his desperation phase. At 50% max health and below, he will go to his knees and call in reinforcements in the form of 2 Cramp Eye per player within the fight. So, the more the merrier, as each Krampus killed could mean an elusive sack of goodness for you. That, and simply opening the loot stash could prove worthwhile in that you have a 10% chance of a sack being in the bundle over the mere 1% chance from killing countless Cramp Eye. So, to be honest, there actually are plenty of alternatives to Krampus and his exclusive loot. Now, I know what many of you are thinking and saying, but Beard, how about farming Krampus? Isn't that kind of the whole deal with this guy, seeing as his loot is so rare? Shouldn't that be the focus? Yes, it should, friends, and that is exactly why we'll have a guide that solely discusses and showcases the potential farms and how they operate, while this one serves as an information dump. Because if I went into farms today, we'd be here for frickin' ever, and it would be just too much to digest. So, I think it best we separate the topics, and expect an all farming guide very, very soon. But thanks for watching, everyone. Well wishes to all. We have finally talked about Krampus, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye-bye.